This is what my life felt like over the past weeks, months, years. Honestly, I can't even remember. I am constantly distracted, always chasing the next cup of coffee that is supposed to make me want to go back to work, but it never does. It just makes me want another coffee. Dopamine detox has quickly become a widely popular topic in the self-improvement niche. There's so much information, including some concerns around it. This week, I will attempt a dopamine detox, but I'll do it my way. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger in our brain. It plays a crucial role in our daily experiences of motivation, reward, or pleasure. So when we do something enjoyable or satisfying, our brain releases dopamine. That gives us a feeling of pleasure and then reinforces that behavior. It's the reason why we feel so great after accomplishing a goal, or after eating some delicious food, or just scrolling through social media. However, excessive or constant dopamine hits can lead to a dependence on certain activities. This can hijack our brain's reward system, making it then difficult to focus on important tasks and just enjoy our day-to-day life. So what is a dopamine detox? It's basically just eliminating these negative dopamine hits from your day-to-day life. The thing is, a lot of these detoxes are so restrictive to the point where they eliminate things that you actually need. So I decided to do it my way, with no extreme restrictions. While I am all for building healthy habits, I do have some not so healthy habits. Social media. I'm a Gen Z. I think that explains a lot. I'm constantly on TikTok, constantly on Instagram, constantly on YouTube. I sometimes lie to myself and I tell myself it's for research purposes. We know it's not. Stop lying. Good morning. I'm currently eating my breakfast and I just broke the first rule. No social media over what's necessary. Now, is YouTube social media? I don't know, probably. But while I was eating, I just went onto YouTube to do research, because I also make videos. I need to know what's going on. 5 minutes later, I was still scrolling through shorts. I definitely did not do any research. Midday slumps. Instead of working through them and continuing to get stuff done, I usually watch TV, whether it's YouTube or Netflix. Not great. All my work can be done from home and all my work can be done from various hours. I could work in the middle of the night if I wanted to. That's why I usually drag out my stuff that I need to do in a day so long, and I just have this 1 hour break of just sitting and watching TV. It's so unnecessary and it makes it so hard to get back to work afterwards. Eating while distracted. I need to listen to something or talk to someone or watch something while I eat, because otherwise I just feel so bored. I usually watch YouTube while I eat, or I scroll through TikTok or something like that. Right now I'm just chilling. Coffee. I started drinking coffee in quarantine. Since then, it's increased from 1 cup a day, 2 cups a day, 3 cups a day, 4 cups a day if I get 2 drinks that have 2 espresso shots each. That cannot be healthy. And a lot of times I depend on caffeine to get work done. I also have what I would normally call my first coffee, which is now gonna be my only coffee. Sleepy time. I like waking up early, which means I should ideally go to bed early and maybe not watch Netflix until way too late and then just regret it the next day. Building new habits is not easy, and letting go of bad habits is even harder. So I tried doing healthy swaps. Instead of scrolling all the time on social media, I swapped that with only when it's necessary, a little bit, just to catch up on stuff. Instead of binging series and YouTube videos on my lunch break, I decided to swap that with podcasts or audiobooks and maybe a little walk. Distractions while eating, those get replaced with, surprise, again, audiobooks or podcasts. Coffee. Replace with any other type of drink as long as it's not caffeinated or less caffeinated. Spoiler alert. It wasn't fun. Nighttime TV, I decided to replace that with reading books or listening to audiobooks or podcasts. I've been getting restless and bored. One of the reasons is this. I need to do something. I need to scroll on TikTok. I need to watch YouTube video. I need to make another coffee. My brain needs some stimulation. This really isn't fun. The goals for this week: drink less coffee. Try to get over that lunchtime slump or decrease it at least. Have more productive and concentrated time where I actually get stuff done. I have a thesis to write, I need to finish my degree. And just waste less time just watching memes with orange cats. Now that I was cutting some stuff out, I somehow developed coping mechanisms to cope with the elimination of these bad habits that I sometimes relied on. You know when you do that thing where you check if food just magically appeared in your fridge? This is actually a habit that I managed to let go of a while ago. I feel like my eating habits are in a very healthy place, and I usually don't really have this urge to go to the kitchen 10 times and look for food. But now this habit was returning. Is it good to replace a not so good habit with another not so good habit? I cannot anymore. It's like too loud and too quiet at the same time. I cannot concentrate. Maybe a walk will fix that. Didn't manage to go on a walk because, surprise, it's raining. So I decided to have some lunch first. And that means no distractions. Let's listen to a podcast.
That he's able to time travel. Also the way that we needed to get to our car.
I think the caffeine thing was the biggest, most difficult thing. If you've ever tried quitting caffeine, you know you get caffeine headaches, and that is not fun. So I allowed myself 1 coffee per day to wake up, to get my day going. But then that was it. But still, going from 2 or 3 coffees a day to 1 coffee was still a huge thing. I expected it to be difficult, but not that difficult. There is one health and wellness habit that I said I would never do. Never ever. I'm awake. I also can't say that I hated it. It wasn't that bad. Honestly, not drinking coffee in the afternoon is not that bad if you manage to get another type of dopamine. Obviously, the shower worked quite well, and also just substituting caffeine with drinks, because I feel like sometimes I don't even want the coffee, I just want to have an activity, to be drinking something.
That's the meat one, eh?
Yeah. And then it was finally time for some well-deserved screen time. Honestly, it felt good. It felt like I deserved this time because I had worked hard. I had not been on social media the entire day. I had not been scrolling, and I was just able to appreciate the screen time more. The first day really hit hard. I had to remind myself so many times to not do the things that I really wanted to do just because they were my habits. Even if they were bad habits, you really gravitate towards doing these things. And I thought, okay, after the first day, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get easier, right? I would love to say that it was just a bad start and it went up from here. It didn't. I was eating and thinking why am I not watching something right now? I could be watching something right now. But no, eating without distractions. So cheers. Just made lunch. Yes, it's the other way around. My fault. I would love to watch a YouTube video right now. I have been working the whole day, being concentrated. I haven't used social media, so good for me. And this would be the perfect moment to watch a YouTube video. I need entertainment.
I'm 13, so 10 years ago, and I was doing it up until a dad who was holding a baby at his.
So I thought day 2 would be easier, but no. Just woke up from a nap. Because I did the yoga meditation. And it was really relaxing, but a little bit too relaxing. Girl, I love my neighbors. This would be a perfect moment to drink coffee. Caffeine also helps me bridge those midday crashes. And a lot of times I rely on that to recover from the midday crash and get back to work because I have stuff to do. I know that the normal dopamine detox rules are that you shouldn't really incentivize yourself or reward yourself for doing stuff because you should rather enjoy the process of doing stuff. I find that very hard. I have built habits around incentivizing myself, rewarding myself for doing certain things. For instance, when I drink my coffee in the morning, I know it's time to get to work. I drink my coffee. When I finish it, I start writing my thesis. Stuff like that. I do understand the principle behind taking away these incentives and rewards. But again, I'm trying to do this detox in a doable way. I think in this situation, I'm still pretty tired from my nap. I think I slept for too long. I would have normally, for sure, either not done any work or just grabbed the coffee and then done work. Hear me out. Yes, it's Coke. It's a fun drink. It's sparkling. It's not even the real Coke, it's a Red Bull Coke. It's not an energy drink, okay? It has 13 milligrams of coffee per 100 milliliters. It has 250 milliliters. hate this, I'm not such a big hater. It tastes the way that Coke flavors gummy taste. Let's get to work. Got my pasta. This would be the perfect moment to just turn on the TV and eat my pasta while watching TV. Cheers. I started watching the 4th season yesterday and it's spicy, it's interesting, so I really want to watch, but I need to finish my pasta first. Okay, I'll admit, I did not do this yesterday. It's 9:20. I decided to stop watching Netflix. I put away my phone, I'm not gonna go on my phone anymore, and I'm just gonna get ready for bed and then read. Which is honestly nice because I feel like time passes really quickly when you're watching Netflix or scrolling. And like this, I get to enjoy my evening a little bit more and hopefully also fall asleep earlier because I'm quite tired. I woke up at 5:30 today. I want to do the same tomorrow, so I need some sleep. I just did a workout and I have to say, I woke up early. I got my workout done. I showered, got ready at the gym. I got back home. I will eat my breakfast and then I'll get straight to work. I feel amazing. I have checked TikTok, I will admit, just to check some workout related stuff. So I think that's still okay. I understand the idea or the concept behind completely cutting out dopamine. But at the same time, I really disagree with some aspects of the really restrictive dopamine detox. I want my daily life and my daily things that I do to still be enjoyable and to not completely hate them. What I think is really important is the concept of homeostasis that applies to everything in our body. Dopamine is necessary. However, we can choose from where we get that. Exercising excessively is not great. That's again not a good source of dopamine, but doing things that make you happier and healthier in healthy amounts should not be cut out from your daily life. I just know that when I don't do workouts, I don't feel great. What I'm trying to say is you need dopamine, and I think adjusting where it comes from is really the best way to do this. I would not give up my workouts. They help me stay focused during the day, they wake me up, all the physical benefits, it's amazing. Why would you give up your workout? Specifically with working out, the difference is that you have been putting in so much hard work to get that dopamine. And if you can actually reframe your thinking and enjoy the process of working out and enjoy the journey, that makes a huge difference in how you feel and how likely you are to want to do it again. And again, I am eating with no distractions. Usually my midday slump is way heavier than this. Like, I definitely get a little bit tired anytime after I eat. But this time, I was laying on the couch, I was relaxing, and I was like, I want to get back to work. I really want to get back to work. So, slay. Day 3 was great. It felt good. Let me just say this. Eating with no entertainment is boring. I wish I could be here telling you like, yeah, ever since I started eating with no distractions, I discovered the meaning of life. I'm sorry, I cannot say that. I genuinely like eating with friends and not having any type of like TV in the background while eating with friends. But when I'm alone at home, I want to watch something. On another note, I'm so hooked on You. The season came out like months ago. I don't know why I've never watched it. I want to finish my pasta so I can turn on the TV and figure out what happens next. It's 8:30 p.m. I just remembered I still have to get a little bit of work done before tomorrow. So I have half an hour to do that, basically, if I want to adhere to the rules. So let's go. It's 9:24. It's fine. Honestly, I'm really excited to just brush my teeth, have a shower, and then lay in bed with a book and just enjoy my evening with no screens, no distractions, no nothing. That sounds amazing right now. I think one of the best things you can do if you don't want to be constantly scrolling is to get out of the house. And I've really loved my coffee run lately, going to a coffee shop, drinking coffee there for like 2 hours. And then I get as much work done as I would in multiple hours at home, and I usually don't scroll my phone in that time, so multiple benefits, including if you go on a walk until you get there, you also have like a a lot of time to move and to get your steps in. It's watery and cold tea. Exactly what I wanted. I want my coffee. Damn. An iced coffee would just... I'm sorry. My third coffee, if you count the 2 shots of espresso in my first coffee. And I have a very bad excuse. It's a prop. Yes, actually. I need to take some thumbnail pictures and I need a coffee. However, I know myself and I know that I will probably not be able to resist. Today's Friday night. I'm gonna be awake for longer than usually. Now that we're getting the bad news out here, I will also break another rule, which is no screens after 9 p.m. because I got tickets for Oppenheimer. I'm gonna watch that movie. I think the movie starts at 6. It's like a 3 hour and a half long movie, so yeah. But let's look at the bright side. This is actually the first time this week that I have drank 2 coffees in a day, which is quite unheard of for me. So that's a win. Cheers. The beginning was rough, but it had to get better, right? Now a smoother transition to go to sleep. If you love caffeine, like I clearly do. I'm really curious. Remember that you... Bad news, I am failing this challenge. It's 10:40 currently. That's 1 hour and 40 minutes after what I said I would do. I cannot even talk. That's 1 hour and 40 minutes after the time I'm supposed to not be looking at screens anymore. If you see this, watch my video afterwards. I think it's a really nice video. I love how it turned out, but a lot of work went into it. It's not a but. And a lot of work went into it. I don't like to admit this, but the hardest part was coffee. Caffeine. Coffee. Meh. I think it's not even about the caffeine, because I could drink an energy drink. But no, I want coffee specifically. I just like the taste of coffee. I learned the hard way that restriction leads to the development of other unhealthy habits to substitute that. It felt so hard to substitute coffee by drinking water. It just wasn't doing the same thing. It wasn't hitting right. I've just been snacking on stuff the entire afternoon. Like, this was an ice cream cone. I didn't eat the whole thing. It was almost empty, but still. I feel like I'm bored, so I snack. Yes, I am bored. I'm trying to get my work done. Physiologically, quitting caffeine is a very time-intensive process. It definitely takes more than a week, which I didn't really have. I just feel like once you start going down this little spiral, there's no end. Like, there's no way to fix it. Once I get into this spiral of like being distracted, watching YouTube, constantly having snacks, drinking a lot of caffeine, not going outside, not working out, I don't know what, it never stops. It just goes round and round and round. Ugh. There are 2 important things that need to be mentioned. 1, what did I learn? Replacing negative habits with better habits is the way to go if you want to make long-term changes. I learned that restricting yourself in the long term does not have positive outcomes. If you want to make lifestyle changes, long-term changes, you need to do it slowly and just progress from there. Whenever I've been sitting at my desk for too long and I just start overthinking stuff and spiraling, I know that the best thing that I can do is getting dressed and going on a walk. It's not easy, but it is so worth it. You can do anything you set your mind to, and you can improve your life day by day with small changes. I've just been on my phone, like editing some short form videos, and I cannot wait to get back to my book. Like, I want to read, to finish what I have to do and put this phone away so that I can get cozy with some tea and start reading. If that's not progress, I don't know what is. It feels good to crave these peaceful moments. It feels better than craving watching another YouTube video, going on TikTok again. Second, and most importantly, Did it work? That was not fun. I just took a cold shower and it's cold outside. It's summer, but it's 20 degrees outside. I'm not having fun. I'm also having a decaf espresso. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. I know I'm framing this in a bad way, but this is actually a good thing. I'm not having fun, which is the point of this. I feel much calmer. I don't feel the need to constantly check my phone, to constantly go on social media, to constantly listen to something. Yeah, I'm also a bit confused. Maybe that wasn't the best answer. It worked in other ways than I expected it to, but it worked. And I will definitely continue with some of these habits. Honestly, embracing boredom is such a good phrase and such a good conclusion. Isn't it scary to constantly be distracted, constantly think about 10,000 things? Boredom can be a good thing in the right amount. And I've noticed that I get the best and most creative ideas when I'm bored. All in all, I think it was a success. But what should I try next? Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!